The U.S. has been shut down for more than a month now, around there, and governors are facing increasing pressure to ease stay-at-home restrictions. State lockdowns are being protested around the nation, which is starting to divide the country into two sides: those who lost their jobs, those who are still getting paid.
One group has started an initiative against governors, quote, undue and overburdensome COVID-19 restricted relations. The movement is encouraging citizens to adopt an attitude of defiance while practicing common sense compliance during the pandemic. So joining us to discuss is president of that group, Convention of States Action, Mark Meckler. Mark, it's good to see you this morning. I can tell your group is probably pretty busy right now. Can you give us an update on what you all are doing?
Yeah, what we're doing really is supporting a nascent movement of grassroots activists that's spontaneously popping up all over the country. You can find these groups all over the country on Facebook and other platforms. And they're people primarily, as you said, who are out of work. And these are people that are struggling. They're struggling to pay their bills, to buy groceries, to meet basic needs of their families. And they're ready, using common sense, following CDC guidelines to get back to work. And so we're providing with them a platform at openthestates.com where they can organize, meet with each other, share best practices, and help their states get back to work.
A lot of negativity coming at these protesters, Mark, as you well know, some calling them virus deniers. I wonder where the empathy is here, or the disconnect is between both parties, if you will, understanding what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck and then not getting a check all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, one of the things I've noticed is when you watch the mainstream media and you see these commentators on the left or the politicians on the left talking about how this shutdown is so important and so great, they all have a paycheck. Every one of them. You don't hear people who are struggling paycheck to paycheck saying that they're glad that they're shut down. And so I don't think there is much empathy for regular American people. And this is true among the elitist left-wing media across the country, generally speaking. Remember, we're deniers of every kind. We're clingers to our guns and our Bibles. And we actually like to work, is the bottom line, and we like to provide for our families. So that's what folks are doing by organizing at openthestates.com. By the way, there they can also petition the president, the vice president, email their governors, and petition their governors. These are things that we're just helping them do. It is a spontaneous movement, and we're just putting up a platform where they can organize.
Yeah, a chance for people to share their thoughts in America, a democratic country. Mark, I want to get your reaction to who haven't worked in weeks. Watch this.
Is there a fundamental right to work if the government can't get me the money when I need it? Is there a fundamental right
you want to go to work? Go take a job as an essential worker. Do it tomorrow. Right? You're working.
I am.
You're an essential worker. So go take a job as an essential worker.
But the people aren't hiring because of the
No, there are
pandemic.
people hiring. You can get a job as an essential worker. So now you can go to work and you can be an essential worker and you're not going to kill anyone.
You know, Mark, I think this speaks to your earlier point there. But again, where's this empathy to people, especially in New York, the hardest hit state in the country?
Right. And so here's a guy who clearly isn't out of work, clearly doesn't need the money, probably doesn't know anybody who's out of work or needs the money. And in other words, he said she's an essential worker because she's a journalist. Maybe we all just go get to be journalists. Maybe we can all get to be mayor of New York or governor of New York and be deemed essential. It's a lack of empathy on the part of our elected officials. It's very dangerous in America, and that's why you're seeing this uprising at openthestates.com.
You're seeing a lot of backlash about protesters out there who aren't in their cars, right? You saw them kind of shoulder to shoulder. I forget exactly what city I'm referring to, but you're seeing that out there. How do you argue that point, that they still want safety to be a priority at the same time of getting their message across, Mark?
What we advise everybody, we say this on our website, I say it in every interview, we think you should follow the CDC guidelines. You open the story with an attitude of defiance and common sense compliance. We think the CDC guidelines provide common sense, wear a mask, socially distance. But we're not in support of when people go out and they stand shoulder to shoulder and they're not wearing masks. If you want to see the ideal protest, look what happened in Rabin Square in Israel a couple of nights ago. 2,000 people, all 6 feet apart. If you want to get out of your car, that's the kind of protest to have. If not, stay in your car, be safe, but get out there and express your rights as protected by the First Amendment.
Yeah, definitely sending a message. That's Mark Meckler, president of Convention of States Action. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Go to conventionofstates.com, press the button, sign the petition. More importantly, get 10 of your friends to do the same. When you sign the petition, then that sends a letter to your state legislator. You go on the list in their district as a supporter. We deliver those lists to the state legislators. It means something to them.